Hey guys, what we're going to be looking at today is might be my little addiction to Harbor Freight ratchets. Got a good little supply of them. These ones are just all my 1/4 inch ratchets. There might be one or two still in the toolbox or something, but figured I'd take a look at these and show you guys kind of what I got, you know. Show this one off maybe last, but years ago I bought this gem here from Harbor Freight. You can see how nice and wiggly this thing is. This came in a little Harbor Freight set that I probably bought 20 something years ago. It's a black steel case. You can see how nice action is on this thing. Nice and loud. Serves its purpose, I guess, you know, but I don't know if it carries a lifetime warranty or not. Probably still. I can switch it out for something. Then I upgraded after that, and this is a Craftsman, actually, made in the USA. Still not a great ratchet by any means, but you know, it's pretty smooth. Not the pear shape, it's actually round, and not a bad ratchet, you know. Got one of these dual Pittsburgh, I guess that's a Pro, 3/8 and 1/4 inch, and I don't know. This thing's more for like maybe light duty around the house or something like that, you know. I wouldn't really be wrenching with it. It is pretty low profile, but then it's got the big head on the end of it, so it's an alright ratchet. It's got this weird little reverse mechanism on here. Push button release. Chrome's alright on it. Not too long ago I got on a pretty good deal the golden ratchet. I think I got 25% off with coupon. You know, I'm an employee of Harbor Freight, so I get another 20% off. They let you stack things, you know, so pretty good deal on this, but you gotta have the golden ratchet, you know. This is pretty smooth. I mean, you can hear it. It's got a lot of teeth going on there. It's not what I would say low profile with the switch right there, but it's pretty nice and smooth. I think it's got a little more back drag than I like in a ratchet, but you know, I don't use it that much, so it's probably something that'll break in. To me, this ratchet here, this thing is a real surprise ratchet to me. This is actually pretty nice. It's 72 teeth. This thing is just super smooth. I mean, it takes nothing. There's almost no back drag on this, you know. This reverse button, it's not the smoothest, but you know, it's a flex head. Not a bad ratchet at all. I mean, this is really buttery smooth. So for a Pittsburgh Pro, it's not bad at all. I mean, is it the strongest one? Well, none of these are. You know, it's only a 1/4 inch ratchet. It's not a bad ratchet at all. I actually kind of like it. Now I got the Icon one, and if you look, man, these things are very, very similar. You know, I mean the bases of it are almost the exact same size. If you look, there's a little different styling. Actually, the Pittsburgh Pro looks like a little more beefier on the bottom, but obviously there's different heads here. I don't know if it can show up on camera, but you can see this is actually a thinner head than the Icon, but that might accompany for some strength there, you know. So let's see if I can get this. It's just what I would call a CH. Thicker is the Icon, you know, but that gives it a thicker joint right here. It's still got a very protruding switch right here, whereas the Pittsburgh Pro is actually recessed. So I do like that, but you know, definitely feels like this one's got some nice, got a lot more teeth in it, you know, it's got a nice sound to it. I picked up this other one. It's kind of like a well, I guess it's about the same length. So if you look at, these are basically the same ratchet, but there's a lot of difference in length in these, you know. Now this, you know, you figure, okay, it's the golden ratchet. Maybe you don't want to use it. It comes with this beautiful display case. Why anybody wants to display a ratchet, I have no idea, but, you know, I guess it's, you know, something to talk about, you know, whatever. But, you know, it's got a lifetime warranty on it still, so I figure, you know, if the gold rubs off or whatever, you know, then I can just switch it out for another one, you know. Now this ratchet here, the only thing that stinks about these Icon ratchets is I think some of them might be, I think they're all really good ratchets. Some might be a little more hit and miss on the smoothness of it, because, man, this one's, I mean, it feels smooth. There's not a lot of wobble in the head whatsoever. It's very tight tolerances, but the back drag's a little rough on this sucker, you know? Just a little bit rough. But it's got still got the same protruding switch right there. You can see, you know, I wish that was a little flatter, a little more recessed, but I don't know. And I can't really tell what type of metal it is. I mean, it looks kind of like lead colored, so I'm thinking some sort of a pig metal or something like that. But, you know, it's just a switch. If it wears off or whatever, it wears down, then, you know, switch it out for another one. Now this here, you guys have probably seen this ratchet before, just without the Quinn name on it. Because the old Quinn ratchets used to look just like the old Pittsburgh ratchets. They were push button on the back, and nothing really separated them, you know. And now if you look at this ratchet, to me, this is the exact same ratchet as the Gearwrench. Whoever's making the Gearwrench ratchets has probably made this ratchet. I don't know if Harbor Freight teamed up with Gearwrench or what, but this is a nice ratchet. I mean, it's buttery smooth. It's got the 90 teeth, just like the gold ratchet, or just like even this ratchet. But man, is it smooth! I'd say it's smooth as the Pittsburgh one that I was just checking out here. It's got a really nice smooth. It's got a nice recessed head. I would have to say it's better than the Icon. This one I believe is $19.99, whereas this one here is $29.99. Kind of about like the same stem. They're about the same length, I guess. Obviously a totally different design here. You know, this has a snap ring in it. This has these screws in it, in the face plate there. But this is a very nice ratchet. I think this is gonna move into my more mainstream use of a 1/4" ratchet. I mean, I don't use 1/4 inches a lot, so wait till you see my 3/8 ratchet set. But these are very nice ratchets. I can't believe that this showed up in Harbor Freight. But here's where the little tidbit of information is from having inside information with Harbor Freight is right now you can get the 1/4 inch. 2 weeks ago you can get the 3/8 ratchet, and now still you can get the 1/2 inch ratchet. These are all the same, all Quinn, all pretty much, you know, are the Gearwrench ratchets. But then all of a sudden last week, the 3/8 Quinn ratchets disappeared off the shelves. And that is Harbor Freight caught something in them, and they haven't really said anything about it, but there's been a silent recall on them. They've all been pulled off the shelves. If you go to the harborfreight.com and look through the website, you will not find the 3/8 ratchet. I believe it's probably going to be back in the shelves real soon, and you might look at it as a bad thing, but to me, I'm going to have to look at it as a good thing, you know. All it shows to me is that Harbor Freight caught something without people coming back to them on it, and they discovered there's obviously some sort of a flaw with the ratchet. So what do? They yanked it, you know. I don't think they bothered contacting anybody who already bought those 3/8 ratchets, but they figure, you know, if they fail or whatever, they'll bring them in, and you know, lifetime warranty on all these ratchets, so they'll switch it out, and you know, then they'll get the new version of it. Who knows? It could be a piece inside of it or something, but there is a silent recall on the 3/8 Quinn Gearwrench ratchets. So that's all I really got to say on the ratchets here. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and ask them down in the questions. If you guys like this type of content, like and subscribe. I can get some stuff from Harbor Freight, and you know, I could do reviews on it if it's something you guys really want to see. But it's also going to be something that I want to use, you know, or would like to view myself. Oh, you know, I do got another thing here. This is the other 1/4-inch ratchet. I don't know if you guys have seen this. This came out, like almost a year ago. But this is one of the nicest little cases. You know, I did that survival kit. I'll tell you what, if I had a survival kit in my car, this would be in it, you know. This here is another ratchet. It's got everything in there. It's got, not everything, but you know, these are security bits, Phillips, or flatheads. You got Phillips bits, you got Allen keys. Got this little gem in here, which then turns this into a ratchet. I don't know how many teeth it is. I tried to look it up. There's no information on that. But it is a nice, smooth little ratchet. And here's one of the nicer things about it. It's got a locking flex head on it, which all these other ratchets, Harbor Freight doesn't have any locking flex heads. I don't know why, but this is the only one here. Now you look at this. You can add this to it. And now you get a nice long ratchet, longer than any of the other ones. Another nice thing you can do with this, then it turns into an extension. There you go, locks in. Now the weird thing with this is there's a certain way you can rotate it into one of these slots, and then it slides through. Maybe there it is. There's one way that you can put it in, and then it slides through. So I guess you can kind of change the length of it as you're ratcheting something. But this thing is sweet. This thing all comes in this nice little case, and this is not like a cheap case by any means. I think anybody would love to have this case for a lot of their little tools like this. I mean, this thing is nice solid plastic. It's got this really cool snap close deal. I don't know if this is a metal button, but it sure got a metal feel to it, at least, I would say. This is kind of like a, maybe not like the rubber to use on a drill for the handles or something like that, but it's definitely got a nice feel and texture to it. I mean, this is top of the line. I mean, maybe Snap-on's got something that's as good as this, but I believe this is like $43, $45. Lifetime guarantee. Switch it out in the store. And you know, you wait for the 20% off coupon or whatever, you're getting this thing for dirt cheap, man. You can't beat this. So you got another 1/4-inch ratchet there, and this is definitely something. Throw it in the glove compartment, whatever. It's a really nice deal. So that's really it, guys. Like I said, if you want to see more videos like this, like, share, subscribe. You got any questions about any of these ratchets? All these ratchets, they're under $40. I think this one is maybe this one is $40. Maybe it's $50 because it's the gold, you know. But the display case in this thing is really cool. You know, I like it. Gotta have the gold ratchet, you know. Is this one I kind of go to all the time? No. Probably the two I'm going to be going to are these, is this Pittsburgh Pro with the swivel head. And that's going to be if I need the swivel head. And this new Quinn. This is a sweet ratchet. This one's nice. Got the length that I want, but no, I mean, now this Quinn is way better than it, you know. I believe these are maybe $35 for both of these two. Maybe 30. But you know, with these, I can't imagine. I can't believe that these things are so close. I mean, all they did was change the color of the plastic, but I mean, it looks like the exact same handle here, you know. So that's all I got, guys. And I'm out. And like I always say, dump the truck, man. It ain't worth it spending all that money on that stuff.